Did you like the movie? Started recording by itself. I didn't have time.
I guess it was meant
take
to
the
be.
little tree air freshener down. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and we're gonna make this quick because I'm gonna do a spoiler review here sooner than later. Plus, I got to get to my Dixie Chili and see if Google's got any images of what I'm about to consume because I'm hungry. I don't know if y'all ever been hungry before, but look, this fucking theater we went to see this movie is a piece of shit. Okay?
Oh, it's not.
I went to get some chicken tenders. They're like, oh, we ain't got the fryers on. Okay, that's fine. So I asked for a hot dog. This motherfucker looked like it been sitting there since July. Okay? And then the motherfuckers want to charge me $35 for 2 hot dogs. We're not here to talk about that. We are talking about Halloween Ends. And did Halloween... In fact, well, we can't talk about it because this is a week ago today. I had back surgery, so I was hesitant to go to this free advanced screening. But the fact that it was free and that it was an advanced screening, I figured, fuck it. Now we can go ahead and talk about the movie. What'd you think? I'll let you talk for a minute. Remember, don't spoil nothing. Don't tell nobody nothing.
I went in with extremely low expectations, as I do with all Halloween movies, because it's not my cup of tea.
Not to cut you off, but what the hell were you saying? Would it have anything... Oh, wait a minute. See, I keep fucking up. Just to let everybody know, if I could interrupt, it's all Killer Flick's fault. Okay? Killer Flicks, you've ruined Halloween for the secretary.
Yeah.
And kind of me, but I still watch them because it's, you know.
I just got sick and
it's
tired
tradition to watch.
Michael Myers this and Michael Myers
because
that.
we all know.
And Michael
you see
Myers
that?
this.
That's
and
right.
this
Did I mention?
movie.
I went to see Halloween Ends on a Friday the 13th shirt.
And I wore a Dawn of the Dead hoodie.
Yeah, but you got a fucking jack-o'-lantern.
I do have a jack-o'-lantern.
Anyway, I'll shut up now and let you continue.
So, low expectations, because...
Lowered expectations.
No, he was in
If you know, you
Kills. But,
he was in Halloween.
he was. But, no, I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. Now, there was a couple of parts in it where I was just kind of like, okay, we can move on now. We can move on now. But, for the most part, it wasn't as hot of a dumpster fire as I thought it was going to be. I actually did enjoy myself in a lot of parts of it, and the ending was satisfying.
All right, so for me, I went in wanting to hate it, naturally, because I have a hate-hate relationship with this new trilogy because they erased the franchise to then pretty much copy off of it, not beat for beat, but pretty much they borrowed a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then we ended up with this, which was unlike really any of the Halloweens before it. The first half of this movie doesn't really feel like a Halloween movie other than the fact that it takes place in this universe. And there's a story that starts at the beginning of the movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. There's a character in the movie that you kind of follow instead of the Strodes for just a little bit of the movie. And he's a very interesting character. He has a very interesting thing that happens to him. And there's something they do with this character that is going to piss all you motherfuckers off. Oh, you fucking Halloween fanboys. You're like, no, he's gonna you're going to sound like my fucking wife. Okay? Now, there was a scene right there for a second where I was like, no. Because there was this review. I will leave this up here and I'll sit here while y'all read that real quick. Because I read this review before I went in. So, this is why I kind of went in with the lowered expectations that I had, or the all the way to the floor expectations that I had. And it might have made the movie watching experience better for me in the long run.
That's why I enjoy being a glass half empty person, because then when the glass turns out to be half full, it's so much better.
Sometimes the glass is full of piss. Point is, the acting, I feel, was a lot better in this movie. The dialogue, for sure. I mean, there was a couple.
You could definitely tell where the different writers were handling the script.
Anytime
sometimes the dialogue was just fantastic, and at other times it was like, okay, is this a fifth grader writing for
you could tell,
a school pageant?
You could tell when Danny McBride was behind the pen, because he just can't stop making jokes all the time. Because there was some stuff that happened and people laughed, but I just rolled my eyes. But that didn't, take away from my viewing experience, like I keep saying. Long story short, the characters, I feel, were a lot better in this movie than they were in the previous two. I guess there was some decent kills in this.
Oh, there was some very good kills in this.
And then the way it ended, I kind of would have changed a little bit about it. The last 5 minutes of this movie, like, I was joking before when I said this shit's going to piss you off, because it probably will. It might, especially if you're a Halloween fanboy. But the very end of this movie is going to make your guts curdle with... Is that how it happens? Anyway, don't worry about that. Worry about the fact that this is probably the best in the trilogy, and at this time, I'm giving it my, usual solid 7 out of 10. Because it's solid. It's a solid movie. I feel I would watch this before I watch the first two on any given Sunday.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I might give it a 6.5, just because, I don't care much for Halloween. But as far as Halloween goes, I think it's a good 6.5. And I think this would be one that I would watch this one before I rewatch either of the other two. I don't need them to
I already
make a
know.
marathon.
I already know the
I could
story.
just watch it.
And that I don't want to have to suffer through some of them characters again. And just... I mean, it's already dumb enough. You see all these buttons right here before I go? I'm not pointing at her. All right, I want you all to push these buttons. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Comment, because you know what? I'm trying to make a comeback, even though... But, before I go, I do want to say, at the beginning of this movie, they kind of made the whole Laurie being a nutcase in Halloween 2018 more feasible for my taste or whatever. So anyway, this one was more enjoyable for me and the secretary. Make sure after you see it, when it comes out this Thursday or Friday, however the fuck movies come out nowadays, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, or let me know now. Are you excited for this? Are you glad I didn't spoil it? Because I feel a spoiler review coming on, because there's a lot to talk about.
There's so much I wanted to talk about.
Because this is unlike any Halloween movie in the franchise. Okay? And then, like I said, that guy whose review I showed you, he talked about how it got all nonsensical towards the end. I don't necessarily agree with that. There was only like 2 or 3 nonsensical parts, and they were, maybe 30 seconds. And then, I forgot about the nonsensicalness of the matter. Anyway. God damn it.
All I gotta say is Activia did her good.
Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned I had back surgery starting to bother me. So I gotta get out of here. All right? So, get the fuck out of my car.